Tan Wetamani's burial chamber gives us a final glimpse of the glory of the Kushite Black Pharaohs.
Here we see the king being escorted into his tomb by two gods. And the representation of the king is really quite fantastic. It's one of the two surviving paintings of a Kushite king that we have. And here we see all the classic Kushite royal regalia, the so-called cap crown with a double cobras or uraei over his brow, which symbolized his rule of Egypt and Kush. And on the other wall is the king being escorted out of the tomb, and according to the Book of the Dead, assume any form of existence which pleased him. This was an eternal cycle. The king was supposed to live this way forever.
When Reisner excavated the burial chamber, he found it completely empty, long plundered of all the treasures Tan Wetamani would have brought home from Egypt.
The tomb is interesting because it's a classic example of a royal tomb of that day, and you can see that it's a miniature universe. Overhead is a starry sky, and the walls are inscribed with texts from the Egyptian Book of the Dead. Unfortunately, the paintings are damaged. When we go over to the tomb of Tan Wetamani's mother, we find an almost identical tomb where the paintings are very well preserved. Over here, she's shown as though she were just buried, lying in her bandaged mummy case. And on this side, we have the queen sort of rolling over and reviving because this god is holding to her nose this sign of life. And underneath, you can see a collection of gold objects, the kind of things that would have filled the tomb: scepters, bows, crowns. These two tombs are really masterpieces of Kushite art. They're the best preserved we have in the Sudan.